Hi friends! Today we're making a truffled cannellini bean recipe with bacon, spinach, and tomato. Welcome back to CHEWIE, where we like to give you easy, no-fuss ideas to get you back into the kitchen cooking. Today we're actually handling a viewer request. My friend Meg asked me to post a recipe or two on beans, and of course I have to share with you one of my favorite bean recipes, and that is truffled cannellini beans with spinach, tomato, and bacon. This recipe was first given to me by my friend John, who actually came over to my house to make me dinner. Now that's a great friend. But from John's recipe, I've simplified a few things for my viewers on CHEWIE. Let me show you how it's done. This is what you'll need for truffled cannellini beans. Cannellini beans, also white kidney beans could work well in this recipe too. Bacon, spinach, tomato. In this recipe, you can actually use frozen tomatoes. Now I've got a tip for you. When you have tomatoes that are overripe and you don't have an idea what to do with them, pop them in the freezer. They're great to put into soups and stews when they call for tomatoes. You'll also need chicken broth, water, garlic, bay leaf, salt, white truffle oil, and optionally you can also use some fresh sage. You start off in a saucepan on medium-high heat, brown the bacon. Remove the bacon when it becomes crispy and golden. Here you're left with the bacon drippings within the saucepan. If you have some fatty bacon, drain off some of the fat so that you have about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of bacon drippings left. Now the bacon I have here was pretty lean, and so I could add a little bit of olive oil to make up the difference. Now add and saute the garlic and onions for about 2 minutes. After that, add the tomatoes, beans, and broth and stir together. Now it's also the time to add the bay leaf and the salt. Give it a stir. And cover it up and simmer for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, reduce the heat to low, remove the cover, and stir occasionally. Now the beans have released a lot of their starches and it becomes like this great creamy texture, and you don't want it to stick to the bottom. At the end, you can add the fresh sage, the spinach, and give it a stir. And the bacon fits back into the pan. Drizzle some of that white truffle oil right before serving. And it's done. This is an elegant way to eat beans, a food that's so often underrated, and this recipe really classes it up. Now I have a few tips to help make this truffle cannellini beans recipe perfect. 1, if you can, do not skip the truffle oil. You only need a few drops. So a small bottle will do. It is quite on the expensive side. This little bottle cost me about $14 plus tax in Canada, and it's not always easy to find. These can be found in gourmet shops or actually European grocery stores. My second tip is that not all canned beans are the same. Now I use the Unico brand, which is available in Canada. This seemed to work for me. I tried a few other brands and they didn't seem to get soft and just stayed hard, and that didn't work for the recipe. The recipe needs to be soft and creamy. I'll end off by saying I can't stress enough of how good beans are for you. I hate to use buzzwords, but it really truly is a superfood. I don't know that many foods that can match beans in terms of its nutritional packed profile. If you want to include more beans in your diet, I would start with this recipe. It's delicious, creamy, and soft, and pretty healthy for you, minus a little bit of the bacon grease. I give a little, I take a little, I never said I was the perfect poster girl for nutrition, but I am the queen for moderation. And this recipe is so delicious, you have to give it a try. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe. We have new episodes every Thursday. Oh.